Images of servicing of IDU of a split AC. Images of servicing of IDU of a split AC, continued. Evacuation and refrigerant charging in an air conditioning system. Process setup. Arrange the setup as shown below. Evacuation process. Note cylinder valve V4 will remain closed throughout the evacuation process. Step 1. Open V1 straight ball valve. Step 2. Open V2 compound gauge valve. Step 3. Open V3 discharge gauge valve. Step 4. Open SV suction service valve using an Allen key. Step 5. Start vacuum pump. Note the micron gauge readings. When the vacuum reaches 500 microns, close the discharge gauge valve V3, and stop the vacuum pump. Vacuum will begin to rise. If it does not exceed 1500 microns, it means that there is no leak. The vacuum process is complete. Step 6. Close straight ball valve V1. Refrigerant charging process. Ensure that valve V1 and V3 are closed throughout the process. Step 1. Note the weight of the refrigerant cylinder on the weighing scale, 5,000 grams. Step 2. Open V4 refrigerant cylinder valve. Refrigerant will begin to enter the AC unit through valves V2 and SV. See the level of the refrigerant drop in the cylinder. Step 3. When the compound gauge reads 100 psig, start the AC unit. Step 4. Regulate the flow of the refrigerant from valve V2. Note the weight of refrigerant cylinder, 4,200 grams. The difference of the weights of the cylinder indicates the weight of refrigerant that has entered the AC unit, 800 grams. Step 5. When the desired quantity of refrigerant has entered the AC, close V4 and V2. Run the AC for about 15 minutes. Check the suction pressure, amperes, and the room conditions. If delta T equals to or greater than 10 degrees centigrade, then the refrigerant charging process is complete. Step 6. Close suction service valve SV. Step 7. Remove the setup. Performance test of a split AC. Start the split AC. Run it for about 15 minutes. Measure the room return air temperature T1 and room supply air temperature T2. The difference between these temperatures is delta T. Now, delta T should be equal to or greater than 10 degrees centigrade. Check the current drawn by the AC. The amperes for a 1.5 ton split AC is generally between 7 to 9.5. This depends upon the ambient temperature and the star rating. Comparative of window, fixed speed split and inverter split